everyone. Welcome back to another Lullaby Stories with today's guest, Jasmine, aka Jasmine, in the house today. How are you doing today, Jazz?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jazz. How are you? Like, what is the Jasmine Project? And tell us how you got to where you kind of are.
So the Jasmine Project pretty much is just a combination of anything art and music related. So I really just kind of like to combine all of my artistic endeavors also with my music endeavors all in the same thing, pretty much. So yeah, it's just pretty much all about as far as the artistic part goes. All about the like 2D animation stuff like that. Music related, obviously, I really like to dabble into the heavy uh, dubstep, bass music, as the kids say, drum and bass, that
Hell
stuff, you know.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just a huge smoothie of art and music, to be honest. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. No, that's freaking dope. I've obviously known you personally for a little bit of time now, and like I love everything that you've been throwing out there and whatnot, and your art especially and whatnot. So let me ask you this, right? Which one came first? Did you start doing music first or did you start doing art first?
That's a good question. I would actually, it would, yeah, it would have to be art, just because I learned to draw before I learned how to write fully. As weird as that sounds, I kind of like, I think I like started when I was like about 2 or 3. It's all thanks to my sister. She was pretty good at drawing when
Nice.
she was a teen, and she took care of me when my mom was working and stuff. So uh, because of her, I kind of dabbled into drawing Disney characters. Like she taught me these weird tricks how to draw Goofy and stuff like that. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, it was very weird, and it's like it's strange. Like but it stuck with me as far as that goes. And then I just like kind of found something I like to do, and then it kind of dabbled more into copying VHS cover arts from like
Okay.
Disney, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would just literally kind of uh copy the cover art. That would be like my practice as a child, and I was
Yeah.
doing that better than writing and learning grammar and stuff. So I like to say that I kind of learned how to draw before I learned how to write and all that shit. So stuff.
No, for
Sorry.
sure, for sure. No, hell yeah, that's freaking dope. And like, speaking of art, when did like I see a lot of your visuals and a lot of that stuff, and I see a lot of anime influences, right? So when did you get into anime? Which anime influenced the art style you have today for your project?
It's a good question. It's all thanks to my cousins. Uh, I kind of grew up with them in a sense.
Mhm.
So like spending summers with them and stuff like that, especially when mom would have to work, we would be sent off to New York or sent off to Philadelphia or whatever to go hang out with them. And they were diehard Dragon Ball Z fans or just Dragon Ball in general fans back then.
Yeah,
And Gundam was a
hell
huge one
yeah.
for them too. So uh oh,
Your camera came out.
there we go.
There you go. We're good.
So watching them watch it, I never understood it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Well, they wouldn't let me in there. Okay, I wasn't a part of the cool club. Okay, I could
Oh,
only watch
gotcha.
from afar. Does that make sense? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
yeah.
like, if I wanted to start over, they're gonna be like, "Hell no, get the fuck out of here. Go watch something else."
Right, right.
you know. So, I kind of just watched from afar and stuff like that, and so the artistic part of it is what really drew me in. Um, and then growing up, I would have to say Pokemon was a huge influence of mine.
Hell
Huge,
yeah.
huge influence art wise. So artistically, it kind of got my mind going. All the fucking characters and stuff like that. really started getting me like making my own characters and making my own little Pokemon and stuff like that.
Hell
So
yeah.
um right now I would say Demon Slayer is a huge influence of mine right now in this current age,
Yeah.
because the art is just fantastic. It's out of this
Oh
fucking
yeah.
world.
Oh
um
yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen's obviously another one, but Demon Slayer is probably one that I kind of personally lock into a little bit more.
Hmm.
Storyline as well. Absolutely love the storyline, everything. So that is more like right now a huge influence of mine artistically.
Hell yeah. So are you just an anime watcher? Do you read the mangas and whatnot, or?
No, I don't read. I hate reading. I absolutely hate reading. That's it. No, I fucking hate reading. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. Hey, that's fair. I'm one of those people that I get impatient, so I only read the manga whenever I'm like, "Fuck, the show is ending or whatever. The season's done. I need to figure out what the
Yeah.
story is," and then I just
Yeah, no,
read
I'm
like
I'm cool with
power read.
waiting. I work so much that I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'll just wait. I'll wait. I'll just wait for the next fucking season to come out. But
That's fair.
what I do like is to look uh at like comics and mangas and stuff like that. Just the
Yeah.
artistic part of it again is just something I am more keen
Right.
to things. So I do have I should bring them down here, but I do have a bunch of like I have like a huge like Tokyo Ghoul, huge
Nice.
illustration book of that, but it's just basically reference art and character sheets and stuff like that. So
Right. Okay.
yeah,
So when I honestly I was surprised you didn't say like Chainsaw Man is one of your inspirations because whenever I looked at the fox art for one of your tracks, right, I absolutely was it a fox or a wolf? I can't tell, but it was some
yeah, it was
dog. It
Fox.
was fox. It was absolutely beautiful. And I thought of one or two things. I'm like, either she's drawing inspiration maybe from Naruto or Chainsaw Man. And
No,
like,
it's just more uh the the fox, the kitsune spirit,
yeah, yeah, the
just the
yokai
mythological.
kitsune.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really like the mythological lore of it, especially because it can break down into so many different lores of it as well.
right.
You have so many different ones, so many different spirits,
So many
stuff
different
like that.
forms.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I like too is like normally they're very old age spirits, and I'm also very old age. So I
I feel
kind of like
that.
connect with them a little bit more, like the more tales it has, the more experience and all that shit it has. So,
Right, right.
that's another like huge connection I really take into it too. So
So, whenever creating your name, right, for your artist name kind of thing, what made you stick with trying to keep it similar to your name? Because I love the way it's stylized and I love the way like it just, it just works, you know what I mean? You kind of got lucky there a little bit in a way. I feel like I
yeah,
feel like
thanks,
you
mom.
got like, you know what I mean? Like that's not a name somebody would just like think of off the top of their head kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
so tell me a little bit about what was your process of like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do for my name. And then not only that too, like tell me when did you actually start getting into music and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do dubstep now.
Oh God, yeah, we can talk about that. So, as far as the name goes, I used to just have it as Jasmine, literally spelt out just like my name.
Okay.
But unfortunately, there is already a Jasmine artist that's already copyrighted, so I cannot take that. So I was like, I really didn't want to stray away from it, just because I know a lot of times, like a lot of artists like to separate their personal endeavors and their music endeavors as like two different brands or whatever.
Right.
Like you see sudden death on stage, but I'm pretty sure his name's Daniel. Is not going to
Yep.
be the same person when you see him off stage. He's probably a completely different person. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I really don't want to separate that from my brand because I do so much with it. I literally just do so much with it with the art and all that. shit, and I just want to keep it all personal as possible. Um, Especially because like I said, like my main branding is the kitsune spirit and stuff like that. And probably the biggest thing about that is like mental health growth.
Okay.
You know, like I said, when the spirit gets, more
You've been
experience,
growing your
more
tails.
you're
Yeah.
growing your tails, you're growing your experience, you're growing your shit. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of want to keep that inspiration and all that shit that I did personal and music all in the same thing so that I can just inspire everybody no matter what path they want to take. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love that. No, for sure. So the dubstep, when did you were like, all right, I've been doing this art stuff. What got you into dubstep from art? Because that's a pretty interesting transition there, kind of thing to do both out of nowhere kind of thing, like
Yeah.
you can pick any
So
genre and you pick like heavy tear out, like you're gonna break your fucking neck kind of thing.
yeah, yeah. Emotions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh but so I would say music has already kind of been a thing for me. Been playing clarinet and guitar since I was like 4 or 5.
No
So
shit.
yeah, so it's always been a thing. Obviously, though, dubstep was not a thing back then. It was more like I was very much into rock. I was very much into punk rock, the Ramones, stuff like that. Very
Yeah.
like God Save the Queen kind of music back then for some reason. But but basically, yeah, think more electronic music kind of started in high school
Mhm.
in freshman year. So I went to Myers Park High School in Charlotte,
Okay, yeah.
and my computer science teacher at the time gave all of us, and I'm not going to say his name for obvious reasons for what I'm about to say. He gave us all cracked versions of back then Fruity Loops, which is
Yo.
how old I am.
Nice.
So basically, our whole class session was how to work Fruity Loops, which is
That's
now
pretty
FL
awesome.
Studio. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we started doing that. And just to just to knock on how old I am, if anyone remembers Fruity Loops, it was whenever you opened it, it was the version of Aaliyah's song that popped up, Try Again, because
Wow.
I'm almost positive Timberland produced it on Fruity Loops on that same version. So that was the demo song that came with it. So that is how old I am. But it came with that. And that's when I started dabbling more into like techno
Okay.
back then, but very horrible. I was terrible. I was terrible because, like I said, we were just thrown this cracked version of a software and just like thrown to like learn how to use it.
Right.
So, um, but after doing that, I ended up talking to a few people that did kind of dabble into music production. And in
Mhm.
high school, I started listening more to Cookie Monster back then.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He was a huge thing. Fuck, who else?
Fun case?
No, very old. I'm saying old, like very UK dub back then old, like Cookie Monster. There's someone else that I can't think of right now.
Zomboy, maybe?
No. Mm-mm. I can tell you if I look it up. I am blanking. Um,
Rusco. I'm just throwing names now
Roscoe
of
is
like,
one.
hell yeah.
Roscoe is one. Caspa's one. Oh my god, give me a sec. I'm looking it up. I'm gonna freak out if I don't. Okay, hold on. Freak. But yeah, but basically that whole like UK dub scene,
Yeah.
the people I was hanging out with that also were messing with the FL stuff got me into that. That's when
Nice.
my love for dubstep started. Could
Hell
I
yeah.
produce it? Absolutely freaking not. But that's kind of when the love for dubstep did start. However, let's see, this was like 2004 or 5
Okay.
that I'm talking. I was getting into it.
Wow.
I didn't start producing probably until 5 years ago,
Okay.
5 or 6 years ago, because life,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
obviously, it's just timing happened and I was just able to finally learn how to produce probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I have to
Yeah.
remember something like that. I gotta look at my first release, but yeah, I'm gonna give it the date about like I'm gonna say about 5.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Um, but it definitely more started with uh mid tempo
Yeah.
when I started learning. More mid tempo, definitely more house
Hmm.
as well. And then probably about 2 years in is when I started getting a bit more heavy. So
Nice. Nice. So
yeah,
fast forward now, like you've been you've been doing quite a number of things, right? So like you won Excision's Lost Lands competition, right? So tell me like leading up to that, what were you doing? And then what made you toss your hat in? And what was your experience with that kind of thing? Because like, it takes it like for 5 years and getting to that level already. That's not a feat a lot of people can pull off. So you definitely put in a lot of time. And what was your
no,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, it was God. A lot of times I really just kind of say I feel like I got so lucky. I'm gonna be completely honest because there's just so many talented people out there. I don't know. I feel like I got lucky and they just really really liked whatever I sent them. But at the time, like I honestly couldn't even tell you. I was sitting in my room one night and I was like, I'm screw it. I'm gonna put a playlist together and I'm gonna apply. Whatever. Let's just see what happens. And I still remember to this day just sitting there and it was just basically like, tell us your life story, tell us what's up, put in your tracks to tell us, show us what you have, show us some unreleased stuff, whether it's, I think it had to be finished. I'm almost positive that was the only thing.
mm-hmm,
So it
mm-hmm.
did have to be 100% finished. So I think I put like 4 or 5 tracks up there, told him my bio, and just hit submit. And that was it.
That was it.
I that was it. Like I wasn't prepped for it at all. I'm gonna be honest. Like I was not. I looked at it. I think I opened Facebook and someone shared it, and I was like, oh shit, that's really dope. That's fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, screw it, why not? Let's
I
just
love
see.
that.
Maybe I have a chance. Maybe I don't. And yeah, Jeff and the team saw something in me, and to this day, it's probably the main reason both my art and my music is growing as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, and like I said, man, that's like I said, it's not an easy feat to do kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I love the attitude of like, fuck it, let me just do it anyways kind of thing. You miss every
Yeah.
shot you don't take. You know what I mean?
It
And
literally, yeah. I mean, it's kind of how I lived my entire life. I was just like, screw it. If I don't learn how to do this now, if I don't figure out how to do this now, I might never figure it out ever in my life. And I really don't want to miss the opportunity. So,
absolutely, absolutely. So outside of the music stuff, I know you do primarily art for your like main job, right? And like some
yep.
other things, right? So like I'm pretty sure you've done art for other artists as well. So tell me a little bit about that. What's it been like working as a artist, helping somebody curate their own brand, and you're like the one that gets to take that like pride in saying, "All right, I had a part of this person's like success. I had a part of this person's like aesthetic. Like you're putting out your artwork and you're proud of it, kind of thing." So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, it's actually give me 1 second. I'm sorry. One thing is I am a mom. I'm
Uh-huh.
taking care of my kid real quick.
No
Give
worries.
me 1 second. I'll be right back.
A brief pause, y'all. All right. And we're back from a brief little break right there. We got our water. We're staying hydrated. I hope all you motherfuckers out there are also staying hydrate or dihydrate, right? So we were talking on the topic of like doing art as outside of the music for other artists and whatnot. Tell me about your experience in that and tell me how that's made you feel as an artist yourself, both musically and visually, to be able to see your work in other forms live on through other people's stuff and help them kind of create who they are today.
Oh man. Well, first of all, it's it's one of the like most satisfying things is either seeing like cover art on like top 10 Beatport or something like that, or
Oh yeah.
uh seeing a Canva on like freaking Dubstep Don's Spotify playlist that I animated or something. Just or a visual on like a festival screen is probably like the coolest thing ever. And it's like not only because of like the fact that I created it, but it's the reaction that I'm seeing of people looking at it, like especially at like a festival, looking at visuals or stuff like that, and they're like, "What is that? Oh, whatever." You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah, yeah.
the coolest. It's the like pretty much equivalent to when you just write a freaking ID and you drop it in the crowd, and then they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
It's like quite literally the same adrenaline rush that you feel.
Right.
Like it's the best feeling in the whole world, but it's more so like I think with the art, it's more satisfying because the crowd is loving it. So the crowd's happy, but then you see the artist is happy too,
Yeah.
which is you're making so many people happy by doing this piece of work, and it's just so awesome. And then just being able to help someone just kind of like shape their artistic vision is also just something that I can't really explain, but it's just a pretty good feeling. Just I always love to do it. I don't know why. I fell in love with it. That's why I still do it. That's why I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna make money out of this
Hell
because
yeah.
I, I
I
want
can
to help
make wait,
people.
you're
But
telling me I can make money on what I love?
yeah, exactly. So it didn't start that way, that's for sure. But I mean, now it's just awesome that I can make money off of this and I'm still being able to do those same satisfying feelings of helping people and seeing their reactions and seeing people open a Canva and being like, "Yo, did you make this?" And it's like it's awesome. It's
Like,
great.
yeah, I made that.
I did make that. It took me a long time. I'm just happy that you love it. That's it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So doing visuals for other people and artwork for other people, I'm assuming you do your own for your own project. So
Yes.
being that has to have another fucking level of just making your own brand stand out even more, right? Like that's
Yeah.
definitely says something. You're probably saving a crap ton of money, right? And not
Oh my
only
god,
that,
yeah.
and you're making it unique to you kind of thing. So tell me about whenever you're playing, how does it feel to play your own music with your own visuals in the background and to have to like you have the privilege of saying, yes, I did all of this. It was me. I was the one that did put all of this together. Like you literally curated everything along the way.
Yeah, I think that's more like the thing is I want to curate the stuff that I want it to look a certain way. I wanted to do a certain thing. I wanted to and when it comes to like art, I'm very controlling. So, you know what I'm saying? So like I have to control my own art and stuff like that. It's just easier for me mentally. Um so yeah, it's just also kind of like to backtrack a little bit on the question from earlier.
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
Also working I think working on other people is a huge motivation and influence for me to work on my own stuff too. So like when I see uh Gorilla T performing and they send me a video and it's something I made and it's on the screen and everyone's like, "What the hell?" it's it makes me be like, I want that for my art too now. I
Right,
want that
right.
for me too. And it's not, it's just more like I'm motivated now. Like, yes, that's what I want. I want that reaction too on mine. So I work twice as hard just to make sure that my stuff gives that same feel and that same immersiveness too. But yeah, being able to curate the art and the music at the same time is a huge blessing. Huge, huge
Oh yeah.
blessing.
Hell yeah. So you know I was gonna ask you this before. So how the fuck do you balance being a mom, doing art, doing music, and then doing your day job, and then also having time to still set up everything at your house and whatnot? I know you have like a chicken coop and all that stuff. Like, how the fuck do you do all of that and like still like make time for yourself to do the things that you're passionate for?
No sleep. No, I'm just kidding.
No sleep.
No, but
Team no sleep. Let's go.
yeah, literally. No, I mean I typically try to shoot for 4 to 5 hours of sleep a day. Um, but uh honestly, it's huge time management skills.
I was just
Huge.
about to
Not saying
say.
I have skills. I'm just saying it requires a lot of time management skills. Slowly getting there. I'm slowly getting there. Um, but I think like two things that I would say that really help me besides one is time management. The other I would say is I just have a very, 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 very good support system.
I love that.
I have a wonderful, supportive husband. Wonderful, wonderful. Um, Believes in everything that I want to do. I have a wonderful mom that also, for some reason, believes in me as a DJ, and music and art, and even though she raises her
Doesn't
fist at me
understand it.
sometimes, like
Yeah.
like you should have went to school, blah, blah. Well, I technically did. I went back for art, so.
Right.
uh, but I have a really awesome family. So
I love that.
my daughter is always taken care of if I ever have a show. Uh, if I ever need to travel, and then everything like that is just like time management. It's just like as much as I want to go out and party, sometimes I really can't. I really can't. I really can't go
Right.
out because if I'm not, playing a show or something, then I probably am gonna have to work on some commissions, or
Right.
work on some music, or work on some visuals, or work in my little farm, or you know what I mean. So it's
Yeah.
like I have so much stuff I need to juggle, and not to
Mhm.
mention, like, my number one priority is making sure my daughter's good.
Absolutely.
Um, so making sure I'm spending time with her when she's home from school and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
um, and yeah, it's just really time management priority, and just having a good support system, which I know not everyone is blessed to have, and that's why I'm very grateful, very, very, very fucking grateful that I have what I have.
Right, right. Absolutely. So when you're not doing those things, how do you like relax? How do you like spend your whatever free time you allow yourself, right? Like,
Uh, that's a good question. Honestly, this is gonna sound so weird, but my relax time is usually drawing.
okay.
A lot of times, like, it may seem like I'm working, but a lot of times I'm just kind of curled up in bed with my iPad and just illustrating, and maybe have like Family Guy on or something, and
Yeah.
just kind of chilling, and sometimes that's super relaxing for me.
Hell
And it's
yeah.
almost like a doing two things at once. Like, I'm kind of working because whatever I draw could be used as an asset later,
Right.
whatever. Um, but at the same time, I'm just kind of letting my mind free and illustrating. But uh, that kind of goes with music too. Sometimes I relax into music as well. Uh, man, probably gaming.
Gaming?
I'd
What's your
probably
favorite
say
game?
probably gaming. Oh, well, I was getting back into 76, Fallout 76, just because of the
Okay.
show.
Yeah, dude, that show is epic. I
Yeah,
fucking
no,
love
the
that
show
show.
is fucking epic. I love
Walter
that
Goggins
show.
is coming to town.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm so I'm trying to stay away from it though. I have like three over 300 hours in it right now, and I know as soon as I do that new DLC that they just announced, it's going to be over for me and I'm never going to learn it. So I have to stay away from that. Um yeah, other than that, I think I'm probably going to be chilling until GTA 6 comes out,
Facts. Facts.
to be
I remember
honest. Yeah.
GTA 5 coming out exactly on my birthday, and I played that
Yeah.
religiously almost. I remember a time I, I was with my uncles and we were on top of this tower, and like we did that shit for shits and giggles. We would just snipe people from below, you know what I mean, or from above.
Yep.
And next thing you know, just a quick funny story. I just see this helicopter in passive mode just flying up there, and he had a burning car with him, kind of thing. And I was like, guys, what the fuck is this dude doing right now? And then I put two and two together. I'm like, oh shit, run! So one uncle goes that way,
Yeah.
the other one goes that way, and I'm over here just running in circles, God knows why. And then all of a sudden, boom, the car gets dropped on me, and I die. And I'm like, no.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. That's probably yeah. I like I said, I've been just working so much
I hear
right
you.
now, which is awesome. I can't say like I'm it's pretty awesome everything I've been doing. So I haven't been able to play too many games unfortunately, so that's why I'm like, yeah, I might just chill until
That's
see.
fair.
Have to buy a stupid PS5 probably, but
No, for sure, for sure. So are you still in FL, or have you
no.
switched DAWs?
No, yeah, I when I really started wanting to learn how to produce like dubstep and stuff, I started in FL
Mhm.
just because I remembered that high school class and I was like, oh shit, let me just try that again. Um, but then I started liking Ableton more, so I switched into Ableton and just like loved
Ableton,
it.
let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, I like Ableton more. It's just for me, it's more friendlier for me.
Yeah,
Uh, so I've been in it since. I haven't gotten 12 yet, but I'm in 11. I love it. It's awesome.
yeah,
I will
same.
Well, I don't think I'll use FL. However, I do like some of the composition features of FL.
Facts, facts. Yeah, I've been like I literally before whenever 12 came out, I literally had to ask my group of homies that I typically like connect with on a weekly basis. I'm like, so are you guys gonna get it or not? Because this is gonna be a bitch to do any kind of collab or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to be the first to get it and then like nobody else get it, or I don't want to be the one that's left behind kind of thing. Ableton 11 Suite's perfect for me right now. You know what I mean? I don't need to like upgrade yet.
Yeah, it's no hate. It's no hate to FL because I it's still dope. It just works
Right,
better for me. That's why I'm never against the whole like, oh, FL's better than Ableton and blah blah blah. It's
right,
just whatever
right.
works for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I have to agree for sure, 100% kind of thing. And I mean, there's still ways around doing collabs and whatnot, especially if you're anything like me. I enjoy
The
like
forbidden
manipulating
stems.
audio. Yeah, like I enjoy audio, like synthesis and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like I don't really
Yeah.
use like I use maybe like obviously like Serum or Vital or something to get like a main sound out if I need it. And then from there, everything else gets processed to audio. Sometimes too early, but
Right.
I make it work.
Yeah, audio manipulation's pretty awesome. I think that's the one thing I really like more about Ableton. I mean, I know with FL you can warp and stuff like that within the composition, whatever, but there's just something about the just the way like Ableton's warping and granulizer and stuff like that works in
Yes,
there. It's just nice. It's
it's
way
very
nicer than
nice.
FL in my in my
Oh yeah,
opinion. So
oh yeah. Stock
yeah.
plugins and stock stuff in Ableton just
Oh
hits
yeah,
differently.
the stock stuff's super powerful, 100%. Obviously, like the saturators, like the hot sauce in there.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I've been dabbling a lot into phase plant too. I've been loving some
Nice.
phase plant. That's got some really nice stuff. Uh, been learning more like I guess. See, I fucking hate doing this terminology. Like as I guess you would say granulization, like granular shit,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
phase plant and that granulizer that it has in there is
Hmm.
pretty fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
So that's been pretty nice. I don't know
Pretty
if you've messed with
primo.
that, but highly suggest it.
Hell yeah. I would definitely have to try it out. Yeah, no, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I only use like literally like only like 10 plugins, but because of the time, like my laptop was limited to only a certain amount of things before it was just like, all right, fuck you, I'm crashing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I have a problem of too many plugins. That's it's the experimental part of me. I just like, oh, I can get this right now. Oh, this is free for it. A lot of it was the excision thing. I just got a lot of plugins from there, so I got kind
nice.
of spoiled from that.
Hell yeah.
So that's why I'm like, oh, this plugin, I kind of want to see what this does now. Oh
Right.
fuck, but this costs money. Oh no.
Right, right.
No, no.
I definitely feel that. So we got a couple of minutes remaining here. I went ahead and you sent me a track here that I want to play out for you. That you want me to play out kind of thing. There you go. Sorry, I had to throw my dog the
Kitty.
toy kind of
Oh,
thing.
dog. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to go ahead and get that started here real quick. And after that, you can tell me a little bit about the process on that kind of thing and how you guys went about it. It looks like it's a collab, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely with Hexa. She's
You want to tell
awesome.
us a little bit about it before we play?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, so fun story. I did a design for her and fucking amazing pashmina and um yeah, just kind of like started talking and like friend wise, and like just like
Yeah.
really friendly and then started sending music to each other and then one day we were like, dude, why don't we collab with each other? I was like, well, fuck yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah.
fine with me. It's just
Right.
sometimes when I do art, I don't want to immediately just be like, oh, I did this art so I could collab with you kind of thing. Like,
Right, right.
so just hearing that was like awesome. And I was like, fuck yes, I want to collab. And so I
Hell
just ended
yeah.
up finding something that I recycled out, messed with it, sent it, and then made this. Just been going back and forth with it. So yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
pretty fucking heavy. We both have similar styles, very like we want to break your fucking neck.
Yes.
When you're at our set, we want you to rage the hell out and yeah, fucking queen. Fucking queen.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So can you see it?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to play the first drop here and then we will start wrapping things up. Sounds good to you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. All right. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. For sure. For sure. So
She
from what you
fucking
told
killed it.
me,
I'm sorry.
no, you're good. So from what you told me, right? This song is not out yet, right?
No, it's not. We're trying to find a home for it, but
Trying to find. So if anybody here is listening, right? If it's not out by the time this is out, hit up Jasmine, hit up Hexa, find this place a home.
please,
Please.
please give me
Please.
home. Adopt me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, for real. Like that was actually a really dope track. I love the textures that you guys use, the melodic elements that you use throughout the drops. Um I love that. How do you guys go about your like approach to like whenever it comes to different variations in the basses? Do you guys just how do you guys go about that kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like you found your main motif and then you manipulate it, right? So
Pretty much, yeah. So I
yeah.
mean, I think it was when we started, um, one of the motifs I kind of like added into the second drop a little bit, and
Hmm.
then we just end up kind of like chopping it up into the whole drop. But as
Nice.
far as like how we worked with it, it was pretty much like, all right, here's my drop. I'm gonna send you all these sounds, and then pretty much Hexa took everything I had, manipulated it her own way, and then just made that first drop like
Oh
completely out of
yeah.
that. So it was literally all like just manipulation from everything that we had.
I
Um,
love collabs like
but
that.
but the best part, project file. It was project file to project file the entire time. So
Yes. Hell yeah. Oh,
I
that makes
know
things so much
we got
easier.
a little spoiled with that one. So like basically anytime like anything in Serum, if we wanted to fuck with it, it was right there. We didn't have to worry about
Hell yeah.
yeah. So
You guys all shared the same plugins that you used and everything. Oh, I love that.
everything,
Chef's
yeah.
kiss,
Yeah,
right?
literally, yeah. She was like, "Hey, I don't have this. All right, cool. I'll freeze it, whatever. Brought it
Right.
back." And then after I kind of saw whatever she was using, I started using more of those plugins too because I kind of it's with Ableton because hello, stock plugins are awesome. You can always find
Right.
something that works. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll just fucking use that instead of using what I'm using. That's fine.
Right.
I'll adapt, basically adapting to make it easier for the both of us, basically.
Right. Hell yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, I always like to ask this question in the end, right? So it's a two-part question, right? So the first one is, what would you want to tell people that you wish you knew before starting kind of thing? And like after all of these years of knowledge that you've accumulated, and then who do you want to shout out?
If there's one thing I could say is as prominent as social media is nowadays, we need to stop comparing ourselves to others. Is probably the biggest thing that I think that everybody is affected by between their mental health, and stability and everything. I think that we need to stop comparing ourselves. It's very easy because we have stuff in front of our faces 24/7. And I think that is probably one of the things I still strive to work on, but I think it's also probably one of my biggest strengths
Hell
is I
yeah.
strive very hard to not compare myself to others and just do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I
Amen.
think that everybody should continue to do that. As hard as it is though. Um, but yeah, as far as shout out to my hubby. I love you. Mwah. Tim, love you. And my daughter, Aria, she's amazing. Yeah. And shout out to you for having me on here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And shout out everybody watching for taking the time
Hell
to hear me ramble.
yeah. All right. Well, with that said, thank you everybody for watching another Lullaby Stories with this week's guest, Jasmine. I appreciate you guys all for watching. Make sure to check it out exclusively on Electrostep Network. Thank you guys all and have a great day or night or whatever fucking time it is for you.